Hey everyone, welcome back to Aaron's Marble Works. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do an oil change on your 13 to 18 Ram truck with the 6.7 Cummins engine. In this video, I will also be changing the air filter. Here's the oil filter, the WIX XP, and there's the part number there for you. Oop, falling out of the bottom there a little bit. I ordered these on Amazon. I'll leave links for these in the description. And I'm also using the Hotshots Secret Oil. This is the green bottle, the Diamond Fleet 1540 full synthetic, really good oil. If you don't already have one of these high capacity drain pans, you're gonna wanna pick one up. These trucks hold 3 gallons of oil, so you wanna make sure that you have the proper size drain pan. Now with a 3/8 drive ratchet with an extension on the end of it, I'm just gonna break loose this drain plug on the bottom of the oil pan. Then remove the drain plug by hand and be careful because that oil is gonna come rushing out of there. Make sure you have that drain pan situated right underneath it because it'll drain straight down. You can remove the oil fill cap from the top of the engine. That'll just help the oil drain a little quicker. Or at least I like to think so. While I'm waiting on that oil to drain, I like to change my air filter at the same time. I like to do this every oil change. When removing these screws that hold the airbox lid, you have a couple choices. You can use a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, or a socket. Sometimes these things can be a little fiddly, so I just like to use a socket. Makes it much easier. There's only 3 of them, and just loosen them up and leave them in the lid, and you'll be able to pull the lid up and out of the way in order to get that filter out. You don't need to pull the screws all the way out. All right, here we go. Let's see how dirty it is this time. There's little grooves on the back here that the lid fits down in. You just slide it out from those little tabs and it'll lift right up. All right, here it goes, the moment of truth. Let's look at this thing. Come on out of there, fella. Ugh. Boy, that's pretty black, don't you think? Wow. Okay, gonna do a little bit of side-by-side comparison, the old one and the new one, so you can see how dirty that old one was. A little bit of like glue stuck on the front of that thing. And then on the other side of these, check this out. They went from like a metal mesh to a plastic mesh. I've been seeing stuff about this on social media. I'm gonna go ahead and run with it though. So just place the new filter in there and make sure that it's seated down firmly, and fit the lid back into those tabs in the back. And then you can go ahead and tighten down the 3 screws that are holding it in there. And that's done. Now this little blue thing is something you're definitely gonna wanna pick up. It screws into the top of the oil filter, which makes it easy to get the oil filter out of this little doorway here on the side fender well. This is on the passenger side of the truck. You can see the oil filter in through there. Here's a little closer view of it. Not too bad, you can stick your arm in there pretty easily. And I only put these on hand tight, so typically I can break them free with just my hand without using an oil filter wrench. Just go ahead and keep turning that thing counterclockwise until it comes loose, and then you're gonna set it right down below. It'll rest right there so that you can use that little blue piece and screw it into the top, and then you can slide it out of there. Nice and easy like. Now you can take your handy oil filter plug and screw it right in the top of the oil filter and pull it right out through this little opening without spilling oil all over the place. Pretty nice. I highly recommend purchasing one of these. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put the oil drain plug back in the oil pan and tighten that up. Now I'm going to fill the new oil filter with oil. It's surprising how much oil these oil filters actually hold. Now that the new oil filter is filled, I'll just rub some fresh oil around that rubber gasket. That way it won't stick and will be easy to get off there the next time. Now we'll just use this oil filter plug, put it on the new one so that we'll be able to install the new filter. Now it's time to put the new oil filter on. Just push it through that little opening, set it down in there, and you'll be able to remove the blue oil filter plug off the top of there. Be sure not to over tighten it because once it's in there, you'll be removing it one-handed. Now with the blue oil filter plug removed, you can just tighten that oil filter onto the engine by hand. And remember, only tighten it by hand. This way it won't be so hard to get it off next time. You won't need to use any type of oil filter wrench or anything, just tighten by hand. Just a quick note, make sure you get it as tight as you can by hand, and that'll be tight enough. You'll thank me later. Now it's time to fill it back up with oil with our Hotshots Secret Full Synthetic 15W40 oil. Caution, old man climbing ladder, guys. The oil capacity on this 6.7 Cummins is going to be 3 gallons. So you're going to want to purchase 3 gallons of oil. And remember to use 15W40. I thought you guys might want to see a different angle of my amazing ladder climbing skills. It's a good rule of thumb on any vehicle to check the oil level before adding the full capacity that the engine will hold. But I've never had this truck not take all 3 gallons. That being said, I still check just to make sure before adding all 3 jugs of oil. Now just make sure that the oil level is right at the full mark on the oil dipstick and you're good to go. Now put the dipstick back in, remove your funnel, and put the oil filler cap back on, and we're all done. Okay, we're gonna do the oil life reset now. So come over here and put the vehicle into run without starting the engine. You just want it to be in the run position. Wait for the screen to do its thing. Okay, we're gonna scroll to the oil life menu, press and hold the right button. Now we're gonna scroll down to the OK. Press the right button to confirm. Voila, 100%, there you go. What does that look like? Can you tell what I'm doing?
Like you're touching it?
I'm turning it. Is the light up in the way?
Nope, it's good. Right where it is.
Can you see that black thing turning in the background?
Yes. You can tell that you're turning something, but your hand is covering like almost the entire black thing.
I have no other choice.
Yeah, I know.
I just want them to see where it's at and what I'm doing, you know?
You can tell what you're doing to something, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, now when you put your hand on the bottom, it was good.
Okay, maybe I can freeze frame that for them. Fucking long-winded. Oh, there it goes. All right. You see it drop?
Yep.
Okay.